So it seems like a lot of people, for some odd reason, are having a hard time finding the article that I mentioned like a couple days ago on CJ Sokol's investment deals. This is all you guys got to do. Go into Google, type in a CJ Sokol $825,000, and you're going to get these search results. They might not be ranked the same way here, but you should be able to find them. This is the first one right here from a Tube Filter. YouTuber CJ Sokol is auctioning 35% of his future royalties for at least $850,000. Now, I'm not going to actually read the article, but I'm just showing you guys, for those of you guys that are having a hard time. And here are the auctions from Royalty Exchange. The first one right here is $825,000 advanced to a CJ Sokol. And it says closing price $825,000. Auction closed. So allegedly he took this money, $825,000, and it's got the top bid, the financials, post-auction, auction history, all these details about distributor, description, confirmed the July payment, August payment. This one had a little bit more details, or actually the details were slightly different from the other one. The other one was like that $850,000 investment deal, and this one has a higher cap, monthly cap, than the $850,000 one. And you can see several other examples, and all these say auction closed. Here's the other one right here for $850,000. This one has earn a fixed return of 1.113500. $850,000 closing price, auction closed. So you guys can easily find this. Just go into Google, type in a CJ Sokol $825,000 or $850,000. And again, I mean, you might not get the same result in the same ranking order, but you should be able to find them. So he took 1.675 million. To round it off to 1.7 million. Now, it doesn't mention anything, because I saw a bunch of comments talking about did he actually repay the money back. It doesn't mention any of those details, so we don't know if he has repaid the money back, but he took, allegedly 1.675, so 1.7 million, just rounded off 1.7 million, and he has to repay like $2.2 million. That's almost like $500,000 that he has to pay back in like interest. Or I guess through his future payments or whatever. So again, it doesn't mention anything about him repaying the money back. So that is a big question mark. But I'm just kind of curious, why would he need $1.7 million? I think in the article it mentions for his video production efforts. So when I think video production, I'm thinking Mr. Beast production, but that's obviously on a much higher scale. This is probably on a smaller scale, but $1.7 million. So this was around June of 2021, if I'm not mistaken, June of 2021 when he took this money, allegedly. So if we go on his channel, all right, let's just try to find up to about 2 years. So that would have been about 2 years ago, probably 1.5 years to 2 years ago. So, content-wise, he had to probably spend this money on content. And here you got a Lamborghini. It says, "Oh no, not my favorite." I'm not going to actually, watch all these videos. I'm just kind of trying to understand time frame-wise. This is about, 2 years, 1.5 years ago. I finally got my dream, I'm assuming my dream car. This looks like a Lamborghini Huracan. Yeah, it looks like a Huracan, not an Aventador. So that looks like a Huracan Spider, probably an Evo, which is about probably pushing 400,000. Probably not 400,000. This is 2 years ago when the market was a little bit better, unlike now. So it's probably let's say 340. And then Royalty surprised me with, that looks like a Challenger Hellcat, maybe. I don't know if that's if she really surprised him with that car or it was a rental, but just take it for whatever it's worth. So that's probably like 100,000. And I'm sure some of you guys are going to be in the comment section with the exact figures. I'm just giving ballpark figures. So we're talking about like maybe like 100,000 for that Hellcat Challenger, and then like 350 for the Lamborghini. So that's like 450. Probably got another couple cars, but it looks like a lot of spending. Surprising my daughter. A lot of these name brand, it's like what, Gucci or Louis Vuitton here. My twins finally came. It's like almost every other video is surprised. I surprised my best. Royalty surprised me. So it looks like a lot of spending. So, I mean, I could see how he would probably utilize that $1.7 million for content. Because, I mean, you can just tell by the thumbnails. I mean, it could be clickbait. I didn't really watch all these videos. It could be clickbait. That's a possibility. I mean, but $1.7 million, that's like enough to buy a damn mansion out in Vegas. Or maybe he did actually buy that house that he was at before for $1.7 million. But here you got that Lamborghini. You got a Urus here too, that white Urus. So he's probably like that article said, he probably had to use that money as part of content, you know, to spend it. But I mean, it's just like, he was already making money, because if you look at all these videos, they're like 1,640,000, 400,000. So it's a lot of views for these videos as is. But you can definitely see that what a lot of people are talking about is true, that the twins and the family on the channel definitely, you know, help the numbers. But more recently, it looks like the content isn't doing that well, especially that more recent video that he dropped. Here it says a subscriber rank is 490. Average video views is 400,000, very low, you know, right under 5% of the subscribers. Viewer feedback, like ratio is about in the middle. Now, I would just take these numbers as estimates. All right, this is just a ballpark figure. Live streaming stats, very low. So yeah, just take these numbers as ballpark figures, estimates. Some people like to use a Social Blade. I use different other sites. You know, Social Blade, again, is just all estimates. You guys don't really know 100% what kind of data is on as a YouTube studio. Only he would know that. So these other different sites, different tools, resources, or whatever, are only going to publish really like ballpark estimates. You can change the status to delete it. Not a lot of videos were deleted. So $1.7 million, and he has to repay $2.2 million. So he probably might have already paid that money off already, because if you look at all his content from like a year and a half ago, it looks like it was generating pretty good views, and then it started to slope downward. And then now more recently, you know, you get this transition, I guess, in his personal life, where now there's that appearance of Lexi, and it seems like things started to go downhill. And I think this might be why. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but it might be why he wants the twins back. Now he says that, you know, previously he was a reaction-based channel, and he's always done pretty well. But I mean, the numbers just don't, again, these numbers are estimates, but you can kind of look at it and see that they're not really in the right direction. So that last video, estimated video value is like 4,000 and some change. The one with the new security member, that's like 10,000 and some change. 10,000, like $400. Again, these are just ballpark figures. I don't want people like thinking, oh, this is the exact amount of money that he's made from this video. But you can see the direction. This one about how to stay positive. This one made like about 6,500. Again, it even says estimated video value. But once you get to the videos, my whole family came to support. support me after my worst nightmare. This one has an estimated value of like $17,000. And then home for the first time since my invasion. This one is at $21,000 and some change. $21,000 in just one single video. So you can see how important it is for the content, the title, and the type of content. This is the scariest moment of my life. This is obviously the video right after this invasion happened. So this one has a video value of $23,000. Now, again, like I said, keep in mind that this is just estimates. These are ballpark figures. It might be even more than that. All right, it might be like 30,000. It might be like 35,000. And it could also be lower than this. But for the amount of views and for the duration of the video, I would say it's probably like somewhere around that $20,000 and $30,000 mark. So you can obviously see the direction of the video views based on the content. If you compare it to the more recent video, you can obviously see that no one's really interested in the shoes. There's probably heavy interest in, the whole family content, like obviously having the kids, royalty. But with all these changes and obviously the story, again, the story doesn't add up for me. There's different things about the story that he's put out, different changes. Every video he has like a different change in story. So again, it's just like, I think he's probably going to have to go back to the original roots of his traditional content, what he's been publishing over the last 2 years or so, which I just showed you guys earlier. But anyways, that's just my opinion, my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching.